weapons, I'll show you a real weapon on this episode of Cinestro Core. Welcome back, gang. You already know who it is. You already know what it is. It's your favorite podcast. Let's get right into it.
Cinestro Core, the cast. It's your weekly gold mine. Stay tuned in. Stay tuned in. They got it like the beats. Got those comic spins. I stay tuned in. Stay tuned.
Put the weapons. Put the weapons in your butt, twin.
Christ.
Welcome. With
Welcome
that being
to
said,
what?
welcome
tequila
to
keto?
welcome. Jesus Christ! Already getting off track.
Alright, go.
Welcome
Right,
to another
right.
amazing episode of the Cinestro Core. We got a lot to get into, so let's go ahead and get into it. We got some pre-production news. The Batman 2 has started hiring people
I
for
don't like how you
costume
said
design.
The Batman.
Yeah.
There's only
Batman?
one.
I'm saying Batman like it's a last name, like he's a guy, like Batman.
No, the
Superman,
commercials are the
Spider-Man.
bait man.
The
dude.
bait man,
Sorry.
yeah. Get it
Anyway,
together.
The Bateman 2 has currently started pre-production, which I
And
felt
that
like
sounds wild. Hold on.
That's what they called
Look.
me in middle school, the bait man.
the point is this
'Cause of all
movie
the
we
jerking
know
off I did.
we know nothing about it. We know
Jail
nothing
now.
about this. We're already so off topic.
Okay, I'm sorry. You're right.
it's already
No, you're
so
right.
bad.
You're right. Let's go.
The Batman 2 has started pre-production.
Yes.
And it is also led to further details in a quote where Zaslav has referenced it as part of a vision for the DC brand as a whole, although some outlets are taking it to run as he's going to merge the Reeves-verse into his DCU line. I,
Please,
for
God.
one, think that's a load of horse shit, and they should not do that because that will not go well. I don't like that. I like Robert Pattinson, but I don't want that. I don't want the merge to happen. I'm fine with them being separate. Also, so far we only know minor things. The villain is rumored to be Mr. Freeze, and the release date is still to be set because this has been in development hell for God knows how long.
Not in hell. Just been Matt Reeves takes a while to write his scripts.
But
Development purgatory.
Here's the
I'd say.
thing, though. Here's the thing with Matt Reeves. We saw what he's delivered with his previous films, especially with the Batman being as phenomenal as it is. Take as much time as you want. I don't want a rushed project. I don't want something that's gonna be sloppy because the bar is already set really freaking high with the first movie. And then of course following up with the Penguin, there's just too much, to live up to. So if whatever you're doing, Court of Owls, Mr. Freeze, whatever the hell it is, man.
There's a lot of good grace.
Just don't make it woke, dude.
And the Batman.
No one wants it.
You're right.
Don't make it woke.
Anything but the woke man. Anything
The
but
woke
that.
man.
The woke man.
The Bat woke.
Now you're cooking.
Man.
In other news, we also have a new film from Tony Gilroy where he's eyeing Pedro Pascal for his
Let's
new film,
go!
Oh,
Pedro!
let's go.
Let's go!
It's
A
gonna be
film
another
about a
movie.
child
Pedro's
prodigy
in
who
half
is
of the
a-
movie and he dies.
It is. He might actually, because the story tells of a child prodigy cellist who is a musician for a series of Hollywood films who leaves the LA scene and then must return while also confronting past events of his trauma. So definitely someone's putting a bullet in themselves at the end of this.
Do you know how excited
Probably
I
me.
am for this? As the biggest Pedro Pascal fan and someone who thinks that his filmography is incredibly iffy. No, incredibly iffy.
No, he cooks.
The fact
Man was
that
in the
he's-
bubble.
the fact that he's making a movie with Tony Gilroy,
Mhm.
which is kind of like a great man movie, right? About an artist and artistry. Very much my shit. Inject into my fucking veins now. Pedro Pascal Oscar nomination incoming market.
I
right
genuinely think
Maybe.
that. I genuinely think you may be a bigger fan of Pedro than his own parents. My God, Luis.
No, bro, it's
Jesus
true.
Christ.
It's true.
now. I have to ride. There's very few Latino actors who are doing it as big as he is, and so I have to ride for him. If mediocre
Danny
white
Ramirez.
actors.
Love you, Danny. Learn how
Love
to
you,
speak
Danny,
Spanish.
but you're not there yet, Danny.
Hermano.
So
I'm thinking of Gabriel Luna.
no, but yeah, I think I'm so excited for this. I think that's incredible. That's the kind of stuff Pedro Pascal needs to make. He's already the king of franchises. He's made all the money. He's super popular. Right now, he needs to focus on awards play and just make incredibly interesting films with incredibly talented filmmakers, and that's exactly what we
Timothy
need.
Chalamet route.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
Please pick films with great writers attached, because there's folks who have concepts of a plan in their head, and the movie comes out and looks like total ass together. But anyways, keep going, AZ.
I was also going to put this in movie news, but it was so dog shit. I think we can just speed run it because I think only me and Matt watched it. World of the Worlds 2025.
World of the World.
Let me take
War of the Worlds. And it is currently at a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 2.6 on IMDb with an average Google rating of 1. So
and that's too fucking high.
I think it's genuinely fucking high.
It's you.
It is a movie
acting in the NSA.
It is a movie that made me question. It's a movie that tells the story of like the old H.G. Wells War of the Worlds story, which we've seen, made with Tom Cruise, and that movie is solid. Like,
and
the first,
Steven fucking Spielberg, bro.
Yeah. Like if that first 20 minutes to 30 minutes of that movie was the entire movie, the Tom Cruise one, I would love it, but I still think it's a good attempt. This one is like if they tried to take Unfriended, or that one movie where that one chick tries to find her mom through like Zoom calls or some shit, right? They tried to do this like screen recording
or whatever the fuck.
Concept, and it doesn't work. It's just bad. There's also a point where they slime out a homeless nigga for $1,000 Amazon gift card, and I just it's my line to say it.
Been there.
Awesome.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Haven't we all?
If you want to know how bad this film, and for those of you who are returning guests, returning viewers to this podcast, we are very, when we're critical,
All three of you.
and we be cooking. I appreciate them. They're real as hell.
All 20 of you. Don't be an asshole.
100. No,
My dogs.
100. We're at 147 right now. All
That's
147
right.
y'all viewing this channel. You're real as hell. Whenever whenever we're unanimously across the board appraising a movie, it's because it's genuinely good. Whenever we're unanimously across the board destroying a film, it's because it's genuinely bad. This is one of those times where it's even worse than genuine. The tagline for this movie is "It's worse than you think," and take that as for what it is. It's worse than what you.
It's a warning.
It has
it's
so
a
much
threat.
Amazon product
It's a
placement to where it doesn't even feel like it's an Amazon ad. It feels like it feels like a corporate dystopia, because there's a point in the movie to really hit on like the homeless thing. Right, there's a drone that they have flying like a nuclear virus or whatever the fuck for the aliens, right? Because they're part digital, part organic. So they put like the virus on like a USB drive, and they're gonna plug it in, Independence Day style, right?
You uploaded
right.
fucking like HIV, some bullshit.
But because he
called a rabbit virus. So my bad.
But because this entire movie was shot using OBS on somebody's fucking computer, it's just a screen recording. So it's Ice Cube piloting the drone. The drone falls over, and a homeless guy finds it. And they message the homeless guy, and they're like, "Sir, the government will give you free internet for a year."
It's not.
And
it's
he's
not
like,
Ice Cube. Wait, AZ. It's not Ice Cube. Let's frame this. It is
Oh,
Devin Bostic, whose filmography includes
we all know him.
and Oppenheimer. This nigga was in Oppenheimer.
One of the best
movies.
It's Roderick.
He's fucking.
Oh, it's Roderick.
It's Roderick.
Kill his agent.
Matt, honestly,
It's
and
so
AZ,
bad.
I refuse to watch this movie. The clips and the trailer are all I need to. The memes are more than enough. But but like on a serious note, a movie that relies on Ice Cube as like to carry it.
Man with the emotional range of an actual
not as a joke either.
Here's
not as a joke.
Cube,
like legitimately, he's the lead of the film, and he carries the film on his shoulders. That's an atrocious idea. Why the fuck would you do that from the get-go? Is a flop.
If it's a film like Friday, if it's a film like Boys in the Hood, stuff like that, Ice Cube is perfect for that. It's good. It makes sense. It works. Anything outside of that, we start to get to like a really, really dangerous territory acting wise, because it's not good. His delivery, his persona and his delivery. I feel like Ice Cube is the kind of person where his rap persona outside of it transcends his movies too much. So like him acting is just there's only like a couple people who can do music, and
he's not an actor.
He's not an actor. Watch Ride Along. Watch Ride Along too.
He's also much better whenever he has somebody to play off of. But even though there's other people in this movie, he plays off of nobody, because all of his lines plans are recorded in a separate room away from anyone. So
It
in
looks
spite of
literally
there
like
being other
this. It
people in
looks how this
film,
podcast is set up right now.
there is a point where he has to read off some like a PowerPoint presentation to the United Nations or some shit, right? To let them know like what the aliens deal is. And while he's reading it, he sounds like if you choose the slow kid in class to popcorn read. Like it's fucking abysmal. It's awful.
The aliens are coming from another planet because they noticed the signal. If we upload this virus, we will stop the aliens. They are attacking because they want our data centers to get all our data. Oh no, we gotta stop the aliens. And then the president's just like, we should which I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
They even have what's his name? The guy who plays Phil Coulson, Greg something or other.
Yeah, Clark Gregg.
No one knows who he is. Fuck that guy.
He was in this, and I was like, "You're in better things, Clark. Come on, man.
I think
you have Marvel money."
This is like one of the most cynical things I've ever.
It is indicative of the state of cinema and how cinema the state of the negative cinema. You know, the shit movies that get cranked out by corporations that just want to make some shit.
Yeah, it's a streaming service movie for sure. Because this genuinely feels like everybody is the paycheck. It's incoherent narratively. They try to humanize Ice Cube where he's spying on his fucking daughter's fridge and deleting like messages and games and shit off his son's computer, right? Like he's invading a lot of people's privacy, and to humanize him, they give him a dead wife, but you don't see the wife die, right? Instead, there's just like this Facebook message that he always listens to, like a missed call from her. And the aliens, when they're eating the data, they're just like a screenshot of like the Facebook page being dissolved because they're eating his Facebook, and you're supposed to feel things, but you don't, bad, bro. Because it's fucking awful. All in all, we don't even need to go into detail, bro. Just rate this piece of shit -5 stars, bro. -5 stars. I want my fucking money back.
It's the first movie that made me genuinely like hate a cinema experience, like and it wasn't in the cinema, but you know what I mean.
It was at my house, and I felt like moving.
Like, bro, yeah, exactly. Like it makes Madam Web look good, and Madam Web is shit.
You felt like blowing your shit clean off.
I felt like it put the weapons in my hand.
Stop
bro.
saying twin.
It's like if you. I feel like this movie, in the purest of terms, if you showed it to Sony, it would be like scared straight for them. Like they would be like, "Oh my god, I'm so I don't want to go down this path."
No, they'd be like, "Can we make a sequel?"
They said, do that again.
Yeah,
but worse.
There's a kangaroo in it. Put Big Wheel in it. Give a Big Wheel solo film. Let's do that.
They use another rapper turned actor. Common would be in the sequel.
Common is Big Wheel.
Hold on. Common would be slightly better.
Two worlds.
Two worlds.
Common.
Introduce the multiverse.
I earnestly give this shit a -5 out of 5 stars.
No, yeah.
And Matt, I'm pretty sure you're on the same page.
I'm on the same page.
And then the tagline for the sequel would be "This shit is
it's
common."
even worse.
Yeah.
This shit uncommon.
This shit not common.
This shit not common. Hi, Russ.
And real quick before we transition to the next topic, I just find it so strange. Yeah.
Podcast
run and tell that.
And run and tell that.
I just think it's so it's baffling to me that this is the same Amazon that puts out shows like The Boys and Invincible, where they put in freaking Fallout, and you name all. I can keep going. Like they have money to make good things. So whose idea was this?
They put like what was it, like 300 million or something in the Rings of Power, and they got this.
It's the fact that it's the fact that Netflix reigns supreme. So ever since its inception, companies have been trying to play catch up. So their plan is to flood the market. They're just like, we'll make as much as we can.
Don't do that.
We'll make as much of stuff and just flood the market so that our name is out there. So people are like, oh, Amazon, HBO Max, Disney Plus, whatever. So they'll just consume all our stuff, and that's bad. It should be quality over quantity, and they're focused on quantity instead of quality.
Next time someone makes this shit, I'm gonna smack Jeff Bezos on the back of the head. It's gonna sound like a screenshot. I'm sick of it. Stop making dumb shit. Like, what, bro,
dog shit movie. Don't watch it, anybody. If you thinking about it,
do not watch this.
Speaking of things,
do not fucking watch it.
Abuse substances and then watch it.
No, don't even do that. Be
Even-
sober.
even that.
Make smart, sensible choices. Don't fucking watch it.
Make bad choices.
But speaking of smart, sensible choices, I think we're all rather fashionable dudes, and nobody, in my opinion, has a greater amount of fashion
so much
sense
swag.
than Peter Benjamin Parker in the brand new day teaser we got to see for his new suit. And we finally got not only raised webbing, but look at it.
Something's
Gaze upon the
raised.
suit. It's good.
Something's raised. I'm excited for this.
We got several behind the scenes little featurettes, and now we don't know a whole lot about it. It's supposed to be a much more grounded story compared to all of the other Spider-Man antics we've gotten in the past. However, I'm taking that with a grain of salt because, yeah, exactly. The fucking Hulk's in it. It's also supposed to feature the Punisher and several other characters from Spider-Man lore, also rumored to have Gwen Stacy in it. So there's a lot going on in this. It's supposed to be in the lead up to Doomsday, or taking place essentially like about the same time, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But it's set to release July 31st, 2026. And all in all, I think the suit looks pretty good. I don't like the spider logo. I still think that needs to be tweaked a little bit, but everything else looks fine. What do you guys think?
You know what I think, Underoos? You get out there and do that candy ass hero shit. You don't do what I do. I put him down.
That's a really good Hulk, dude.
Is anybody honestly?
Or small.
Is anybody a little worried by all the behind the scenes footage that we're getting of from the movie that has not even wrapped filming yet?
Yeah,
I have a thought on this, and I've been thinking about this since David mentioned it. He brings up a good point. I feel like this whole desire to be the first person to leak some shit from a movie that comes out a year, 2 years out, 3 years out, it's ruining the experience.
Oh, they're trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah, and it's putting up it's gonna sway people's perceptions and expectations. And then when you have a movie that's getting hyped up so big, and it just misses the mark, they're like, "Oh, Marvel's washed. Marvel fell off. DC's trash. This insert studio here." No, bro. You listen to some know nothing online named Matt Ramos who decided to talk about 3 different movies that haven't even been created yet, and then you get mad because he's over here. Yes, go. It's gonna be so fucking good. And it's ass, or it's not even that good. You know, you just make your own opinions. Go into the movie, watch the trailer, think what you need to think, and then go from there. Do not listen to these randos who don't know anything. They see one thing 1 minute, and the next minute they're like, "Oh, actually, you know what? It wasn't actually supposed to be Gwen Stacy. She's gonna be freaking Felicia Hardy or whatever." You know, fucking use your brain, dude. I don't know what else to say.
No, we don't need a bunch of speculation, because I think at the end of the day, this movie will just be a Marvel property. Oh, by the way, while we're on the subject of Marvel people, I have our next bit of news here. This is nothing to do with Marvel at all, but it does involve a Marvel actor. Sebastian Stan is slated to star in a new adaptation of the Mary Shelley classic Frankenstein, written and directed by Roger Judge.
Frankenstein.
Did we just getting one of those this fucking year?
Yeah, we are.
Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein.
Fuck that movie. Love you, Sebastian. Do something else.
Yeah, I think we've kind of exhausted all avenues for the Frankenstein storytelling within in film. Personally, that's just my take.
Frankenstein,
I don't know what else you can fucking do. We've done Young Frankenstein, a comedic take on it. Like we've covered all the bases.
We did
we did. What if the monster lived in the modern day? We got I, Frankenstein with that. Like we got everything. We got basically
Bride of Frankenstein and Creature Commandos. We got this,
the real Frankenstein.
But the thing is that
but no one watched that.
Sebastian Stan is Romanian and Radu Jude is Romanian, and he's always wanted to make a movie in Romanian in Romania. So it's kind of like a passion project for him. And you know what? Sebastian Stan, he can do whatever he can make whatever the fuck he wants to make. He's one of the few actors who makes genuine comic book movies, and he's good in them, and he makes interesting projects outside of the MCU kind of.
This is true. I recently watched
outside of the IP fair. So
I recently watched maybe like 8 months ago. I think I watched Fresh because there was a Kill Count episode on it, and I was like, I want to know what this is about. And then I saw Fresh, and I was like, oh shit, dude, he's like an actor. Holy fuck.
He's really good in that. The first season,
yeah.
Besides like the Avengers movies, I watched him. He was in I, Tonya, and I was like, okay,
Better Man.
Oh yeah, he's great in that.
So I watched his other films. Like, this dude can fucking act. Like we need more.
Oh, I'm thinking of the monkey movie.
So I like
fucking,
this.
Ice Cube
You know, like I said, I would exactly.
Mm.
I'll much rather have Sebastian Stan doing a Romanian Frankenstein movie than Ice Cube doing a fucking World of
A
Worlds
Zoom
dog shit
call
remake
with CGI aliens.
because of Amazon. You know, so it's like
No,
you know,
bring in Ice Cube to be Dr. Frankenstein. I
no
think.
to be Frankenstein.
It was
monster.
you the monster. You.
It was
That's
you.
right, boy.
You're
That's
my
right,
father.
boy. That's right.
Can you
boy.
imagine? Can you imagine? Like he's like, yo, Igor, pull the lever. He does that weird like.
It was you.
He's gonna be like, yeah,
He always
we
does
got
that
something
scowl.
for your ass. We got something
like,
for your
yeah.
ass. Pull that lever.
Rob that motherfucking grave, nigga.
Ice Cube. Just put the music in the album, bro. Just put the songs.
Oh God.
Love you. Just
What
put
other
the
news
songs
we
in.
got? What other news?
Oh,
I'm
we got-
I'm excited for this. Sebastian Stan
To
could do no
take
wrong in my eyes.
a page out of my favorite podcast that is not this one, the Weekly Planet. Brother, we got trailers ahoy. Trailers coming in from downtown. We got a trailer for him, Jordan Peele's new film about a football prodigy meeting his idol and being mentored by him, but soon finding himself in a world of horrors, asking what the price to pay is to pay for fame.
To be
and
fair,
for-
it's not a Jordan Peele movie. Monkey
Yes,
Paw
yeah.
and
produced
thank
it.
God for it.
He didn't direct
it-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Thank
in my
fuck.
opinion, I feel like Jordan Peele's ideas work best whenever you give somebody else like his tools to build.
Mhm.
He's a blueprint guy. He's not
He's an
fully
idea
there
man.
he's an idea. He's a Steve Jobs of movies, basically. You know,
Justin
he needs to
Tipping
walk
is
the act.
directing him.
yeah. It also has
that guy who plays the main character is one of the only guys I liked in
it,
Season 3 of Atlanta.
I know what you did last summer.
Oh
Yeah.
he wasn't in it.
and it
You
also
watched that? Wait, hold on.
Tyreek-
You watched
Yeah,
that for real?
sadly.
Tyreek
That's
Winters.
like that's your what's it called?
Is it?
Your
It's
World of
Mark-
Worlds?
it's
You're together.
it's Marlon Wayans, right? Correct, the one that's in this.
Yeah.
That's one of the ways.
There's so many of
Yeah.
them.
Marlon.
Dude,
It's Marlon.
it's Marlon. This
I
is
love
the
him.
first time I've seen Marlon Wayans in like a
In a
dramatic
non-comedic-
/ horror role, and he seems genuinely off-putting from the trailer. So I'm very excited to see this because
I'm
I'm
excited
very
for this
interested in
movie.
his range.
I love it,
Yeah.
and we'll get into this when we talk about the movies that we're going to cover today. But I love shit that's like I love like occult, culty, kind of like satanic
bro.
type shit. I love that kind of like
Mhm.
imagery, and I think it lends itself really
40
like
years old. So
really-
type shit.
I didn't. That's not what I didn't mean. It.
Whoa.
Yeah, but you know, type shit. Whatever.
What did he say?
satanic, you know, that
Yeah,
Satanism
I got
type
you, I got
shit. No,
Type
you know,
shit.
like, you know, I really think that kind of lends itself beautifully to like
Open the portal to
fi-
hell,
to-
twin.
to film, but I think a lot of filmmakers miss the mark, and
Summon
so
that demon, twin.
I think that's why I'm excited for this movie because the trailer really kind of seems to lend itself into that idea of like, you know, the Illuminati and selling your soul to the devil for like success and kind of like that kind
Who
of
did that? Not me.
and so
there's a lot of imagery in the trailer, which I really like.
yeah, a lot of like
Y'all are
satanic
looking-
a lot
kind
of
of
sigils and shit.
occult
I'm with
imagery.
it. I like it.
Y'all
Yeah,
locked
so
on
I-
that demon. Y'all locked in on them demon shits. I'm looking
that
for the
demon
CTE
time.
demon
Oh,
that's about to
By the
pop
way,
up. That man.
by the
got
way,
hit in the
speaking
head in the
of-
trailer. The CTE demon is coming. I need to see it.
speaking
Antonio
of
Brown movie.
speaking of demons, we also got another. We don't have a trailer for this yet, but we do have rumors
A
and
poster.
a little bit of poster for it. Good Boy is sitting at a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it is described as a heartbreaking horror film from the perspective of the family dog during a haunting. And if that dog
So
dies,
basically, Courage
I
the
will
Cowardly
burn the
Dog,
theater to the
live
ground.
action. Live
I-
action Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I am excited to see this because I feel like it's going to be very saddening to watch like a dog not able to save the people around it. That's probably going to hurt me.
I'm excited for it as well, and this continues to. I've said this a million times, and I'll continue to say it. I think horror or genre filmmaking, it kind of is where the most interesting and the biggest risks are being taken when it comes to cinema today. And I think this, like, because how many more horror movies can you make? So it's all about perspective, literally changing the perspective of through which you're viewing the film, and they decided to do it through the lens of a dog. And at the very least, I'm interested.
But when War of the Worlds changes the perspective. It's a problem.
There is
Yeah,
no
because that
change.
Whatever,
perspective
dude.
is a taint,
niggas is
dude.
in a
I'm
Zoom
looking at
call
a
for
taint and
3
balls.
hours.
That's what I'm looking at. That
Yeah.
shit is awful. It's not good. It's
I think it's
a very
interesting.
not good film.
Like I said, I think at the very least, it's interesting. It's a cool
Yeah.
take, even if the movie. I
Mhm.
mean, it's sitting at 95%. Who knows if you can trust Rotten Tomatoes? But if it's
Can't
bad
go.
at the very,
Yeah.
if it's bad at the very least, I'd be like, I'm glad they tried that. That was cool. You know, the attempt was interesting.
Speaking of an
Alright.
attempt, there's another attempt at an Avatar movie that is coming
I
out
thought you were
what,
gonna
this
say something
December.
else.
Oh yeah.
Attempt?
Oh,
You mean cinema?
Nah,
Go-
look,
go
listen,
back.
Listen.
You.
Listen,
go
I love this.
back.
I love this
Listen,
flip that you
I'm
made
turning-
on
yeah,
Avatar.
I'm
I
turning
know.
on Avatar.
I hated- I hated-
Luis
I
and
hated
I have switched
Avatar 1.
roles.
I hated Avatar 1. Avatar 2. I'm back in.
It's because he saw
You
the
didn't
light
hate it.
skin.
You
He
didn't
saw
hate
the
it.
light skin
I just watched it
Avatar
too
and
much as a
said,
kid, and you
"Yeah."
got tired of it.
I saw the light skinned Navi. I said,
Meanwhile,
Though-
bro, my thing with Avatar, like,
Mhm.
it's technologically and like it's so good, like what's it called, technically and all that.
Yeah.
But like, bro, we get it now. You just going through all the elements, my nigga. Like we've seen this already. Now it's fire and Navi. What's next? You're gonna have Earthbenders next movie?
Yeah.
And
Fourth
Airbenders?
one, dude.
I just let it go. What more can you tell us? James Cameron, let me live. Bro.
I don't know,
Like,
man.
I said
I'm
the
locked
same
in.
thing, and then I saw Way of Water, and I was
And you
like,
were like,
this-
you were moved.
I said, I get it.
Yes,
Spielberg-
yes.
I said Spielberg to me has been a fucking has-been ass bitch my whole life.
James Cameron.
Now I get it. Yeah,
He
whatever.
said
it is.
Spielberg.
James-
You don't even know who you're
You
talking about.
motherfucker. No, same
Bro
with
pulled a
Wong, 'cause I
me.
feel the same about them.
Francis Ford
No,
Coppola.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. I saw the first
Yeah.
one and I was like, this is a white savior movie. This is boring as fuck. We've seen it, but they're aliens. Way of Water came out and I was like,
The second one was great. I think
Nah,
the second,
bro.
Look,
I personally
I said
think the
he's-
second one was better.
he
than
on
the
some
first one.
shit. I was like, he's operating at a level you motherfuckers don't
I
understand.
think I might
bro.
just
Y'all
need to
don't
watch
get it.
it. I might need to rewatch the second one, bro, because I had the same reaction I had with the first of like,
Great.
this is technically impressive, but I'm not moved. Like, I
And
get it. Like, you got a graphics update. That's
Porridge
cool.
said, I owe you a death. I said,
Now-
I said,
Now,
No, the
I
second,
will
yeah,
say-
the second one. The
I will
second
say
one was
though,
hard, but I'm like, I don't know.
when
I'm
I
not-
saw
I'm not sold
when I
yet.
did see when I saw the trailer, I saw it in IMAX and it was cool. And I did
Yeah.
think that
Put lotion
I
on
was
them
looking
niggas.
at I was looking at all the Navi as they were running around, and I was like,
Ashy ass Navi.
you could, but like you could see their pores, kind of like
Avatar
there's
fire
good
and
breath work,
ashy.
like it looks very real,
Yeah.
right? I genuinely could hear my inner monologue of like, hey, bro, that's not real. That those don't exist.
Uncanny
Those don't
Valley as
exist.
fuck.
But
The
it's
only thing-
very uncanny valley. Yeah.
The only thing I will say about like that's against James Cameron in these movies is that I wish he was spending his time making original stuff, something that's not set in this universe, because I think James Cameron could.
He's a
I think
great
old,
I
and he's
think
about to die.
yes,
and this is all he's doing.
I think he's a great filmmaker.
Mhm.
I think he's made some great films, and I wish he was spending his twilight years making some shit that's not set in the Avatar universe. That being
Well-
said, it's his passion project. He's been working on this. He said since he was 10 years old, it's been living in his brain. So you know what?
Oh man.
You know what? Who
Like
gives
me
a
with
fuck?
butt shit, man. My
Look,
real superhero.
Look, all I know
One day.
is that
One
But
day.
shit, man.
the thing is with James Cameron, right? He's usually batting a pretty consistent average with a lot of his films.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
not the
true.
sequels to said films, right? Like he took over the
He didn't
reins
make-
for Ridley Scott on. I
he
think he
made
made Alien.
Titanic.
He made the second Alien. He made the
made
second Aliens movie, right?
Aliens is better.
Aliens fucks,
Aliens
right?
is better than the original.
It's not
Alien-
better. We're not
Aliens
having
is
this
good,
It is
discussion
better.
again,
right?
bitch.
It's better.
It is.
And you're a
It
fucking
is.
nerd loser, bitch.
No. I wholeheartedly agree, right? Because Aliens is a franchise that flip flops around a lot, much like the latest installment
Let's go.
that we appear to be very divided about. Alien
Nice.
Earth premiered as of last night, time of recording,
Time
and it
out.
currently sits at what?
I still haven't seen it yet. Disclaimer: at the time of recording, I haven't seen it yet. But go
Oh,
ahead.
I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of it.
It's
Fuck
okay
you.
because I watched the breakdown. I seen it.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
all right,
Okay.
all right.
He's ready.
All right, so look,
I
it
seen
currently sits critically at a 93% for Rotten
Insane.
Tomatoes,
Insane.
right? And
Glazing.
it is very,
Hashtag
however,
glazing?
it is very divisive from what I've seen amongst audiences. Its average
Mhm.
review is around a 3.8 to 4, right? So it's sitting right on that middle to like slightly above average line.
Oh, it's
A lot of
somewhere.
people are
That's actually
saying that-
really good. 3.5
Right?
to 4.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, out of 5, that's really
still,
good.
That's still
Too
really
high.
good, right? Now, some people are saying that it's the best installment in the Alien franchise yet. I think it is the most recent one because Romulus
literally
like
came out last year. What are
Clear.
we talking about?
like
Clear.
people are saying like it's the best one yet, and I'm like, did
Prometheus
Romulus
clears
just
this
like
shit. What are we talking
did?
about? Anyway,
Well, okay, maybe no.
here, we'll get
Romulus has Kaylee Spaney.
That's
He's got
Isabella Merced.
Isabella Merced. Those weird British Hispanic
David
dudes.
Johnson.
David Johnson. It's got it all.
It's got it all.
No, but let's
Wendigo, baby.
Let's talk about.
He does have a Wendigo.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right.
Okay.
So look, this is basically the story is that there is a group of Weyland-Yutani people on a ship in space doing average Weyland-Yutani things of sacrificing their lives for minimum wage to get alien things and bring them back to Earth because their CEO is
working in America,
shit and wants to harness the key to immortality so we can have infinite money. And that ship, like all alien ships, exactly. And that ship, like every ship of the Alien franchise, immediately gets overrun because they're hoisted on their own petard when a xenomorph breaks out and they crash into the Earth. And it basically puts xenos and a bunch of other weird alien creatures on Earth. And
only cool thing about this show so far.
Two episodes have dropped.
Oh yeah, you like a little blood bug.
And I'm gonna be honest, I like aspects of this show more than I like the show so far as a whole. I like small points in it. Like for instance, I like how they're taking a note out of the page of Prometheus, right? They're like an Alien Covenant, and they're like, no. They're realistically these would not be the only source of like alien life out there. It would evolve into different forms and different things that more than likely would kill you, right? Because I guess every planet in space is based off of Australia with just like the deadliest things out there doing fuck all. And we get like weird little creatures, right?
Like I mentioned, I think that's one of the most interesting things about these first 2 episodes is the fact that they're like,
the expansion.
Oh, hey, look, there's other aliens out there too. But then again, it feels half-assed. They're just kind of like, oh, look, here you go.
They really rushed past it.
They really okay. Let's kind of start. I was very excited for this show. Me and David have been hyping it up in the group chat from the moment it was announced. We're like, no, Holly's doing an alien show. This is gonna be incredible. You know, you were kind of excited about it too, like, AZ, because you're like you love Fargo. So we're like, gonna be. This was, we were really hyped. I watched for both episodes back to back, and honest to God, I'm incredibly disappointed. I will tell you, and I'll tell you why, and I'll be quick and I'll be concise. It's just like I feel nothing for these characters. We've built no relationship, no established relationship to these people. Alex Lothar, who I think is a great actor, plays Hermit. He plays Wendy's brother. I think he has plot armor like a motherfucker.
Oh, dude.
Nemec. He has plot armor like a motherfucker. I think they were like, you know what would be really cool if we see the xenomorph right off the rip, and then we just spend like 2 whole hours with it. Wrong, because they don't show the xenomorph, they don't show the fucking kills. It's all happening off screen. They're trying to build tension, but the story feels rushed, and it feels they're trying to make it epic and big, but it feels small and I don't know. Someone else. Speak,
yeah.
Let me tack on that.
Go ahead, Matt.
As someone who hasn't seen this yet, but I've seen all the prior Alien, franchise entries. The great thing about having the alien run around in these movies is that it's like you don't know where it's gonna pop out next. It's gonna come and fuck shit up. You're not seeing it immediately now. Okay, cool. Now it's just hovering around doing random shit behind the scenes. What they should have done, and this is just me, show the ship landing, have a couple random kills happen. We're like, what the fuck? Who did this shit? Boom. Some nigga discovers, oh, it's the alien. Then we don't see it, and it's just gone for a minute. Let the story play out. Build with these characters. Build relationships with these characters, and start murking motherfuckers left and right, episode by episode.
That's
just me.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
The alien looks like shit. Yeah. He moves like Abed in Community when he's wearing the alien costume.
I thought that was just me. It does.
The kills are fun, but he looks stupid. 2, the boy trillionaire, that whole plot line.
Boy Cavalier, atrocious.
Not fucking with it.
Not happening.
It's really boring.
It's
I don't
really
like
boring.
it.
And the actor is really bad. The choices that he's making are very like he's trying to be like, oh, he's so like idiosyncratic and he's doing these weird things like holding up iPad up with his feet. They're stupid. They're dumb. They don't work. It's like he's trying to be like quirky and it just comes off as like stupid. It's like this.
Oh my god! You know what he? Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. He feels like Jesse Eisenberg's fucking Lex Luthor from BVS. That's what he feels like.
It's annoying. It's dumb. It's like we've seen this trope over. It's just like. It's like tired. It's just kind of like, we get it.
Normal evil, dude.
It's like we get normal evil. And then the monologue that he has, hold up, the monologue that he has in episode 2, where he's like, "I'm building them so that I can finally have what is it? An interesting fucking conversation for once."
I'm like, you want like, friends, my nigga?
It's like,
you're sad,
bro. You're doing all this. You're doing all this bullshit. You're building these what are they? Synths. So that you can have an intelligent conversation.
I want a bestie.
It's so fucking dumb. His reasoning is so fucking stupid. Bro. I don't know, man.
Bitch is nerd.
Also,
Luis, what did you say earlier?
What?
Also,
I won't repeat that. We'll let AZ say what he was gonna say.
But it just feels disappointing to me because I'm not liking the product as a whole so far. Granted, I don't want to say that I'm writing off the entire show because it's Alien.
Of course not.
I'll consume anything with Alien. I watched Alien vs. Predator Requiem and I can't even see half that fucking movie because it's blacker than I am.
I played Alien shit, what is it? Elite Squad. What is it?
Colonial Marines?
No, the other
Colonial Marines. I know which one you're talking about.
Also, dog shit. I played that. But I'm such a big fan of this series.
I literally I even got the little motherfucker from AVP like right behind me. Like he's right here, right? So when I say I like this shit, I do this shit, right? And I was really hoping that this would tap into things that I would like from the Alien franchise, right? More of these weird little creatures, and I got weird little creatures. Specifically, that eyeball one goes fucking hard. I don't know what that thing is, but it is awful, and I love it. It's like weird. The reveal of it is granted, it probably never will. Granted, but this reveal is very well built up, right? Because you see this like cat that was on the ship when it crashed, right? While the security team is doing sweeps through it, and it's limping forward, and it's like lapping up blood. And it's got this one weird bulbous eye, and then that eye crawls out, and it's got like little tentacles, and then its iris splits into like 6 different irises, and it looks around from all corners.
Yeah.
And it's this freaky, horrific demon spawn, and I love that, right? There's also this weird vagina pitcher plant thing that's just like dangling from the roof. I don't know what that is.
It's a hanging JoJo.
Yeah.
And it's
it really does look like that,
and it's flirting with that guy who's a scientist.
And it's kind of fun, right? And yet, of course, like the classic face hugger. But I think the xenomorph, like Gerardo was saying, it does move like shit. Because they're going back to the roots of guy in a suit, but the guy that they have is like a first-year theater student doing a production of Cats because he doesn't move like a xenomorph, dude. Like he doesn't move like I would expect to be afraid of him.
And here's kind of my issue is like one of the things that I really kind of I understand what they're going for. They're like, oh, we'll build practical sets and we'll get an actual actor to be in a suit and it's all practical. I get it, but it feels like they didn't have the budget to make it look good.
Yeah,
it looks goofy. It looks dumb. It feels like Noah Hawley was like, I want to make 3 movies, but instead I have to make 8 episodes on FX because they didn't greenlight it or whatever. And I will also say, and I think part of the reason why I'm so disappointed in the show also is because much like you said, I was expecting something completely different. I'm a fan of the first Ridley Scott Alien movie. I think it's the best. I think it's the best movie in the franchise. It's my favorite in the franchise. I thought that this was going to be more like that. And it has more vibes of Aliens and Alien 3. And so I'm incredibly disappointed because it feels like they sacrificed the storytelling and the characterization and the relationships and the drama and the tension and the
legitimate horror.
They're
swapping it
for action. Exactly. And it's gratuitous. Those first 2 episodes, they're like, let's just have the alien just mow down motherfuckers.
And that's like, fine if you're going to fucking show it.
Yes,
but exactly. They cut away to like a close-up of some fucking like a rat seeing through the eyes of communism or whatever the fuck. And then
they cut to Hermit looking at a wall and you just see blood splatter. It's like, what? And I get it. It's like budget constraints. And it's like, but if you don't have the budget to. You have to write to your
around it
to your capabilities.
They're
not write to something that you're not going to be able to pull off on screen, because then it feels cheap and it feels lazy, and that's my biggest frustration with it. And Gerardo mentioned something that really bugged me. Now I'm just gonna get off my chest now. Shut the fuck up. That tool needle drop. That tool needle drop at the end of episode 2. They thought they fucking did something with that.
It was not.
They thought they
was not working, brother.
They thought
it was not it.
They were like, hell, you know what would be sick right now? Fucking Tool, bro. No, you didn't earn that shit, bro. It's jarring as fuck, because you're like, what happened? Why didn't the alien kill this motherfucker? Oh, what? Now they're on the second story. She's like, stay here. I'm going to go save him. Tool starts playing. It's like, what are we doing? What is going on? It makes no sense,
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this right now. I know he's going to be alive the next episode, but there's no fucking reason he should be alive, right? Like it. No,
the alien's been killing every single person that comes across, but for some reason he's fine.
That Xeno at best is going to like put him against the wall and put a face hugger in his gut. At best. At worst, kills him off.
And here's the thing: not only the xenomorph, even the Morrow, the cyborg, that the Weyland Yutani cyborg that's hunting down the xenomorph to try to bring him back to Weyland Yutani. He's killed 20 people, but Hermit he decides to stun him. What? Why? What do we
also?
Sorry, go for it.
I will say though, hitting on like how I like more parts of this than the whole, right? I thought that the subplot of like the synths, right, being made from like children into these like robots, right, to find the cure for immortality under the guise of charity, right? I thought that was a nice way to like hit on how this is a corporate cyberpunk-esque sci-fi dystopia. I thought that was very nice, right? But also it made me think like, oh, that would be really good concept for like maybe a new version of the Time War and Terminator. Like I was thinking of other franchises.
No,
I was so fucking bored.
It was like, yo, it would be really cool if they focused on this shit.
Yeah,
they built on this, if they established human characters and human relationships.
But instead they do this thing where they keep on adding all these moving plot points and all these pieces and all of these characters, and when you start getting like the slightest glimmer of attached to them, it's not like Game of Thrones where you get attached to a character and they die and you feel bad. This is like, I didn't even know this nigga. I wanted to learn his name before he got bodied.
Names.
I don't there's so many people to where in the, I think it's like what, like 8 to 12 episodes. How long is this series in total supposed to be? 8 episodes. There is no fucking shot that in 8 50-minute episodes they will be able to tackle everything that they've set up in this first season, and it will be shelved for a second season, but to a point to where it feels so inconsequential to even put it in the first one in the first place. It feels like a lot of its ideas are very half-baked and almost kind of there, but not enough to really grab my attention. I also think that going back to the roots of the xenomorph as a guy in a suit works, but it doesn't work in this because it's just presented in such a cheap and ugly fashion, right? And you get cool sequences, right, with the xenomorph, right, when it shows up, like certain ones. Like, I think its use of camouflage is really fucking well done. Like, the main one that scared the living piss out of me was that statue in the background when they are knocking on, like, the rich French guy's door. When they're like, hey, yo, Louis the 15th, there's a fucking xenomorph here. You need to evacuate. And he's like, I'm rich. Ask your boss. Fuck off. And he slams the door in their face. And when they first got there, that statue was just in the background in full focus. And I was like, huh, that's a weird statue. And then it's still like in kind of like blurred
that was a
focus.
Cool shot.
And then you see the statue move because the Xeno's crawling off of it. And I was like, oh yeah,
and
put that in my veins.
And then he kills all those rich people off camera.
Now, granted, I did think that was funny. I did think that was quite hilarious. The moment that guy showed up at the door, I was like, I really hope that he dies a horrible, miserable death along with everyone in that apartment. And they did.
Did he?
But they did.
And see it.
I don't know.
And miserable could it have been?
Also, I will say also the squad of the Neverland kids that are put into the synth bodies, I find some of them kind of insufferable because I'm thinking in a realistic term, right? If you are a multi-trillionaire like the boy genius is, and you have these guys that are priority assets with no training. They have the minds of children, even though they are indestructible, essentially Skynet Terminators, right? Damn near. You still don't know whether or not that they're going to react.
It's bad.
Like
it's bad.
machines.
I'm telling you, it's bad writing, bro. The moment whenever
Yeah.
whenever Wendy goes up to Boy and he's like, "You should send us. We're basically can't die," and he's like, "Yeah, so we can see how you react under stress. Do it." I was like, "What? What? What do we?" I was like, "It doesn't make any sense."
They're like not even like release worthy stage yet.
Literally,
like they're keeping them hush hush.
But they're like, no, look, we thought about it because his right hand man says they're prototypes. We don't want to do this, and he's like, it'll be good for us. We can. So I want all technicians on deck. It's like, bro, this is so fucking lazy. This is so lazy. You just introduce us to these characters. And also, I agree with you. They're so fucking annoying. I think the actors are good, but having grown men and women play like childlike.
I feel like I feel like I'm watching
and it pisses me off.
You know that stupid TikTok thing that grown ass men and women do, like the cosplay, like the e-boy shit, where they're like and they like flip their head.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching that on a loop. It feels gross. I'm like, nigga, you're 30. You're 30. Please stop. Please stop. I'm begging you.
Shut the cameras down.
Ice cream, yum yum. Ice cream, so good. Ice cream, so good.
Jesus.
But it's just all in all, it's just
never again.
Luis over here hitting the thug shaker on camera.
But all in all, I think we should just kind of before we move on. I mean, we've been shitting on the show a lot. I just want to say I think the acting is good. Sydney Chandler. She's obviously a Nebo baby. She's Kyle Chandler's daughter, but she plays Wendy.
Kyle Chandler.
The guy from Friday Night Lights. The guy
our new Hal Jordan.
Our new Hal
Jordan. Green Lantern.
Oh, that guy sucks. Okay.
Anyway,
runs in the family.
Well, I thought she was good. Anyways, I think the acting is good. I think the actors are good. I just don't. These characters feel like caricatures of characters.
I will definitely be continuing. I'll definitely be continuing to watch this just because I like the IP. But other than that, I don't really feel motivated to look at this. If the next episode bores me, I'm going to very begrudgingly like put my fist through a wall and tell David to eat my shoe because I was right.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
But I give this like
what'd you give these
this premiere? I give like a 2, bro. I'm not too invested. 2.5.
Yeah,
like right in the middle. I'm very split.
I think I would give it a 2.5 as well. I think
Matt, what would you put your hype meter?
Hype.
I don't know.
For one,
I'm at like maybe a 2.5, 3 max. Only because the 3 would probably because like I really do enjoy Alien. For many years, I put it off watching the entire.
We all loved Romulus,
and I watched every single one back to back leading up to Romulus. I was like, this shit is good, bro. Give me more. Also, Wayland Yutani being in fucking our upcoming
Badlands. Now that's gonna be a good fucking project. Anyways, we'll cover that.
All that to say is that like whenever this show was first announced, and having our hype be so high for it, and just to hear that it's underwhelming, it does give me some pause because that first teaser that dropped, and there's just the Earth
very strong
coming up. And then you just hear that jump scare of the alien be like, I was like, oh shit, okay, we're getting somewhere.
I will give it credit. The title cards for the episodes are pretty cool.
With the way that it fills in like the little blips and it recaps the episode, that's very nice.
It's sick. It's really nice. So there's and there's glimpses of good filmmaking in here. I think some of the direction is really cool. Like I said, some of the acting. I mean, some of the action is interesting as well. But it just feels. I was saying, Ricardo, it feels very soulless, very flat. Is kind of where I'm landing on, and I just I'll watch it.
A soda and they haven't changed the
exactly. I watch it all the way through just because I love this franchise, and I know it's a series, and you can't judge it until the whole thing is done because maybe it can pick it up. It'll pull it back, but releasing 2 episodes that are this boring and this bland right off rip is not a good look for the show.
I just do sincerely hope that they can find a way to bring it together.
Yeah.
Speaking of together, We watched together. David Franco.
What a fucking
David
segue,
Franco.
David Franco is in a new
Who is
movie,
David
Alison
Franco?
Brie,
That
called.
makes him sound like he's good, like he's some Italian.
He's in a
The
new
wrong
movie.
Franco
Italians
brother.
are good.
The wrong Franco brother got cancer.
Wrong Frank.
Man, look.
To them both, honestly.
Before
But
we
look-
get into the plot of
No,
the
yeah,
movie,
go easy, go.
before we
I
get into
was-
the plot of this movie, I would like to preface that my extensive knowledge of Dave Franco's movies goes from 21 Jump Street.
Mhm.
Now You See Me, 22 Jump Street. Now You See Me Too. This is the first thing I'm seeing
All
him outside
dog
of those.
shit.
And it's yes, I was about to
Except
say
for
all
except for
ass.
Jump
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah, Jump Street
there's the-
movies are
Jump
good.
Street- the first Jump Street, solid.
Both
I
of
like
them are
it. I
good.
like him in that.
I don't want-
But-
I'm not
He's
hearing
also
shit
good in
about
he's
Oh, it's
he's
not-
good
it's not a
in
bad movie. It's just
He's
him.
never good in anything, AZ. Watch your
well
fucking
no
mouth.
he's good in what's that one movie with Zac Efron in it, Neighbors. I think Neighbors is good.
No, he's not.
No,
He's not good.
No.
The movie's
Hold
good.
on.
No,
That's
the
that's
reason
because
why
he's
the
still a
reason
frat boy.
the reason yeah, and the reason why he's good is because everybody else is all the way above him, so they're just smothering him down.
We're getting into why
The
we don't
wrong
like
film.
this movie. But
But let's cover it together. A new film by Chris Stuckman, a man who I know as a YouTuber, and
Chris
wrote
Stuck-
a
no. Chris Stuckman did not make Together.
No.
Chris.
What's the name of the dude who made this? I think it wrong.
On today's episode of AZ's Wrong Names.
I know, right? Before we get shit on TikTok again for naming the wrong fucking filmmaker, AZ.
Francis Ford Coppola.
It's Michael
Sorry.
Shanks.
Michael Shanks.
Yeah.
I was horrifically wrong. My bad.
Just like this horrific
Whoopsie
movie
daisy.
was wrong.
Oh,
Deceive me.
okay, yeah.
So basically, together, here's some stats I want to give as well as the story. Years into the relationship, Tom and Millie find themselves at a crossroads as they move to the country, with tensions already rising. An encounter with an unnatural force threatens to corrupt their lives, their loves, and their flesh. It costs 17 to 34 million, factoring marketing costs, so 17 as a base cost, and then doubling that for marketing, about 34 million, right? It's time of recording, its domestic opening was 6.7.
Good.
Domestic.
Hell yeah.
Too high,
It's-
if you ask me.
Too high.
And then
It should be
domestic
$5.
total, it made $18 million. So it'd be like $1 million over like its original set budget pre-marketing.
It's
International,
not breaking,
an initial,
an
initial
It's gonna break
970,000.
even, dude, 'cause
It's
all the good word of
it
mouth.
has made 19 million worldwide, which I would expect from Neon,
Jesus
because
Christ.
Neon, whenever they make horror movies, does them for like cheap. Same with like Blumhouse, they take like the dollar store
Well, they
bargaining
bought
approach
this.
of like
They purchased this
shove
out of
it.
Sundance. So Together premiered at Sundance, and it was one of the buzziest movies at that year's festival.
for
And
who? The
Neon-
Blind and Deaf?
Well, Sundance isn't
I mean,
exactly.
No,
It's for dudes
Sundance
in
has
Denton
been
who smoke cigarettes and listen to vinyl records.
Sundance
in the
has been on
pizza
a bit of a
parlors. I love Denton.
Decline?
decline. Yeah,
But
but
they're
but
not canned or anything.
And TikTokers in.
They aren't Telluride or whatever. But I
Yeah,
think
they need to let us in real filmography.
well, let's talk about. You kind of covered the basics. You gave like a
Yeah.
basic premise. What did you guys think?
Look, I have never in my life felt like I was wrong, like I was lied to. like I was promised like body horror off some like fucking John Carpenter's The Thing. I was promised some gross, freaky deaky shit. And I got like the most soft
Yes.
version of that. It is sprinkled throughout this
Bro,
movie.
it's not even- it's muted.
It takes I think roughly about
It's
40
softcore
to like
body
50
horror.
minutes
Yeah.
of like actual relationship drama
Baby's
to
first
build
body
to the
horror.
actual supernatural. And also,
Training wheels.
Luis had mentioned in the group chat that this movie, if you could get past the first 40 minutes of Dave Franco, it's bearable. And I was like, Dave Franco's not that bad, I thought before I watched this movie, I said to myself. And then
Let
I
me tell
watched
you
this
something.
movie, and he has a voice like he needs an adult, like he's about to cry, and I
Look,
want to punch him.
This is
I wanna punch him in
this
the
is my
face.
biggest gripe with him. He is really hot. I think he's like a very attractive
Yeah.
guy. He cannot act worth
can't.
shit. He's been doing this so fucking long, and he's not gotten better. It's so frustrating. So having a fucking movie in which that is a two-hander, essentially a three-hander.
Thank
If you
you.
count Damon Harriman, who played Jamie,
And I do.
it's very difficult to have your audience along for the ride when 1/3 of your cast is dog shit. Especially when I was telling Gerardo, and I told my girlfriend whenever we walked out of the movie, I said the movies between Jamie and Millie, Alison Brie, and Damon's character are the best scenes in the movie because you have two actors acting, and they are so fucking good. Their chemistry is great. Alison Brie and Dave Franco are married, and their chemistry is dog shit. It's atrocious. It's
the scariest part of this movie is genuinely when Dave Franco is coming back on screen.
Is when Dave Franco is trying to act. That is the scariest thing in this movie.
He thinks he's cooking.
It's very dreadful.
They should have flipped this movie the other way around and made it to where Alison Brie was the one doing all the shit and Dave was just there. Because and like I said earlier, I've only seen him in 21, 22 Jump Street. Now You See Me 2, and then Now You 3 Me next month or whenever it comes out.
I'm not watching that bullshit, bro. I'm telling you right
I'll look at it. I'll watch it.
We'll get to that when we get to
that shit. I'll pirate that shit. I'm telling you right now.
I'm not even pirating.
I'm pirating that shit. No, for real. Not allegedly, bitch. For real.
I have free tickets. I'm not wasting a fucking ticket on it.
Basically, my experience with Dave Franco has not been. It's been lukewarm. That's the word I'll use. And this is not helping his case in any way. Like Luis said, he is an attractive actor. His acting skills are not attractive at all. No. In fact, they're hideous. Like bro is, what do you mean? I gotta it's valued now. Like whatever he said, or babe, I need you. Like I can't.
There's a point in the movie,
squeaky, whiny voice the whole fucking time, and like bro doesn't deliver his
voice. When he does
I know his voice is his voice. I mean, like he doesn't deliver his
but that's the thing. It's like people are like, oh, you guys are nitpicking about his voice. That is not to get too like whatever like technical about it, but like acting, like an actor's tool is his body, right? So it's not just how you move or what you do, how you stand, but your voice is a part of this tool that you're using.
Like a Robert Pattinson.
Exactly.
So put this in perspective.
So why do you sound the fucking same in every fucking movie you're in, and it's atrocious that you sound like a whiny bitch? It's terrible. Granted,
this is an insane comparison, right? Because they are two different calibers of actor.
Right. One's good and the other one's dog shit.
But you take someone like Pedro Pascal in The Mandalorian, right? In that entire first season, we don't see his face at all. His voice is doing the heavy lifting, but you get so much out of that. Why? Because he's acting with his voice and his body. Dave Franco has 2 steps, right? Whine and then squint. And then if that doesn't work, you add a step 1.5, which is hunch.
Right.
Like this.
and look, and let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, the script wasn't that great. Then how did Damon and Alison Brie, they managed to do good with a script that's subpar? I think this is another main issue that I had with the movie. I think it's much like we were talking about Alien Earth. I think the ideas in this movie are half baked. Yes. I think the filmmaker was like, "Oh, let's make a relationship drama and make it genre," but they don't explain anything. Don't explain, and sometimes I'm okay with this if they stick the landing, but they don't explain the lore. They don't explain the kind of the mysticism around it. They didn't lean into the cult aspects of it. They didn't lean into Jamie's character. They focus too much on Dave and Alison's relationship that there was no payoff at the end, right? It just kind of felt like they were going through this trial and tribulation, and then they were like, "Oh, look, well, you know what? Yeah, let's do it because we love each other." And it's just kind of like
suddenly that for like a third of the movie, she goes, "You're dependent on me. You fucking suck. You're a 36-year-old man, baby." And all of a sudden, she's like, "Let's fucking fusion together. Let's just get the Botara earrings, nigga. Let's fuse." No. Let me tell. And Luis, he said something that like my girlfriend and I said the exact same thing walking out the theater. There were 3 different movies made into one. It was like Brand New Day.
That's exactly
like Brand New Day. Dude. We had a horror movie, a rom-com, fucking a supernatural.
No, a relationship drama, a thriller, and then a body horror movie.
Yeah. And then they try to sprinkle comedy in there little by little. I'm like, no, these jokes don't land.
This
It's not
This is
good.
exactly what I said when Matt said this movie left him confused. I said this movie feels like when you're knowing what symptoms you have, so you go on WebMD and you check, but you're not sure if you have a cold or cancer. Like I don't know. Like I know I have a feeling about this movie, and I know what I feel. I just don't know why specifically.
Yeah.
And Matt just hit it right on the head. It feels very disjointed because for one, the occult aspect, right? When they fall into the pit. And it gives this like background of like this church that was like swallowed into the abyss, right? During an earthquake, right? I thought that was
imagery.
a really good, very cool imagery, right? Conceptually, very cool, right? I like cults in the woods. That's a really good, nice niche aspect. That was awesome. And when they get on that aspect, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then it just disappears for
until the end of the movie when Jamie's like, when the video of Jamie's wedding plays and we see and he explains and they explain everything that happened, which is basically like the lore of the. I was just like, wow. I was like, and I was telling Gerardo, we were texting earlier when he watched it, and I was like, that would have been a more interesting movie if they delved into like the cult and what they stood for, and Dave and Alison coming, or Tim and Millie coming into this community and being a part of something that they had no idea of, and they were bamboozled into joining this cult or drinking this water.
To take that a step further, too, it's only one cult member that we even see in this entire thing. Where's the rest of them? They all obviously did the same shit. Make the whole town a cult. Make everyone in on it, and they're just like. They're like, oh, what's going on?
No, a little midsummer
but that would have made it more difficult for this to be a relationship drama, which is ultimately what it is. And I get that. Yeah. But the problem is that they're a jack of all spades, master of none, right? They choose they're trying to be three different films in one and land absolutely none of them. It's not a good relationship drama because their chemistry is non-existent. Now, it's not a good body horror. Exactly, it's not a good body horror movie because
it's out of focus all the fucking time and there's barely any blood.
I tell you what, my body.
They're scared. They're scared. They're scared of committing to it. Gerardo, Titan, great body horror,
insane body
right?
Horror.
And because that filmmaker Julia Ducournau is not scared.
They're French. They might not be people, but damn, they can make some movies.
They can make some movies, exactly. I feel like the filmmaker was scared to commit to the body horror aspects of this movie. And it's like, motherfucker, that's why we came to this shit.
Yeah.
And you're pussyfooting around.
I was hoping for some Cronenberg shit, bro.
That's exactly what I wanted. The moment where they are
watch the Shrouds. Watch the Shrouds.
When they come out of the what's it called? That cave, right? Where the church, right? And they come back up and he's giving them the massage, right? I thought there was gonna be like a small thing going there.
They were too focused on his fucking face than what was actually going on with
when he was like.
Instead of seeing the body horror that I wanted from that scene, I get to see David Franco ride the brink of orgasm for 2.5 minutes on screen.
David Franco is crazy.
It's not.
It's David.
Oh, Gerardo wanted me to mention this. This movie would have been much better if you would have made one casting decision. Cast the guy from Smile and Smile 2, Kyle Gallagher from Strange Darling, and that motherfucker in Dave Franco. Not only does he look the part, he has that edge to it that Tim needs. And he's a much better, and he's an incredible actor. That would have given this film that kind of sense of like that character specifically, that like sense of like lived in kind of grounded realism, and the scenes with him, the dynamic and chemistry between him and some grit, some edge. It would have been that much better, and I think the movie would have worked a lot more. Like I said when I walked out of the movie, I was like, I think it does get better once the body horror shit like kicks in, because it's finally something interesting and engaging happening. Because the first 40 minutes are so fucking boring because Dave Franco's so fucking boring, and we're just focused on like their day-to-day lives. It's just it's not interesting.
Oh, go ahead, Matt.
It was to me, it was interesting the first whenever they're like he's in the bed with her. And like he's hallucinating. He sees his parents on the opposite bed.
Yeah.
And then that little that brief jump scare, I was like, oh shit, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Okay, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
And then that's never touched on.
That leads to nothing.
Never touched on
absolutely
again.
nothing.
I feel like if they focused on that and then tried to interweave the body horror into this would have been a phenomenal horror film.
And
but
also
hey, he's tweaking, thinking about his dead ass parents, and she's coming through his sheets. All right, cool. Never see that shit again.
Well, they were we need to add some scary shit to this movie.
Yeah,
it's really bland. It's really boring right now.
What
if he saw his dead parents? And
also,
fuck yeah.
There's a point in this. There's a point in this movie where he tries to go into detail on like his backstory and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, and when they're in the cave, bro.
Not only does that backstory come out of fucking nowhere, where I felt like I was talking to a customer at work, telling me about like their entire life story, and I'm like, cool. So do you want to like make that a combo or like what? Like, I was just like,
order the food,
oh
bro.
damn.
That is
that is
the worst scene in this movie because it's a 5 minute. It's a 5 minute take of Dave Franco delivering a monologue atrociously, and it's like when you have a good actor, like Jeremy Allen White delivering a monologue in The Bear, right, in the therapy scene, or Paul Mescal delivering a monologue in Normal People in the therapy scene. You're like, fuck, dude, this is incredible because those actors know what they're doing, right? Dave Franco trying to do that, bro. He's just like, and it's so fucking a dog shit.
When I was 8 years old, there was a smell coming from my room,
and it's my god, and the choices he's making are so bad. I'm not gonna get technical with his objective is really fucked up, and he's not actually on his word. But he's atrocious actor, and he should not lead fucking movies. Have him do Jump Street. And now you 3 me because this shit is not
me. Like if you want to make like a Hot Tub Time Machine 3, put Dave Franco in that. Fine, whatever the fuck, right? Yes. But like don't put him in
Time Machine.
Because
hashtag uncancel James, bring James back.
I love horror. No,
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'm joking. But the thing is, like, I really do like horror. It's one of my favorite genres. Body horror and zombies, especially, are like my main niche pockets. And there's so much you could do with body horror, but it doesn't work very well in this film because every single time that they try to flesh out the concept, they like the closest they get to like something even remotely kind of horrifying, they try to undercut it with comedy where they're having sex at like so Alison Brie's character works at a school, right? And they're having sex in a bathroom.
Oh yeah, stall. Congrats on becoming sex offenders. Yeah.
Also that weird bitch.
Also that she's like, it's your fault you're over here is telling me that you need me. I'm like, oh, you're going to jail, bitch.
It's also like you need
a therapist.
You did it in the school.
I told my girlfriend this when we walked out of the movie too. I said I knew Jamie was part of the cult the moment they mentioned the bell, and he said, "Oh yeah, there used to be a cult here, and they had a church." I was like, "Oh, that motherfucker is part of the cult." It's
and you know what confirmed that for me?
It used to be.
You know what confirmed that for me, Luis?
What?
When the cult shit disappeared for like 20 minutes of the movie, I had to come to my own conclusions, and then the movie just came in and was like, "Oh yeah, you're right, dude. I almost forgot. Fuck, I forgot we got plot in the back."
The only other character, that has screen time. Yeah, of course he's a bad guy.
Exactly. It's not gonna be the kid from the bathroom.
That's bad and lazy writing. And then two, I was like, I knew the movie tells you exactly what it's about. When Jamie's talking to him, he's like, the Greeks believe that we all had 4 arms and 4 legs, and we're born with 2, and we're all searching for our soul. And I was like, oh my fucking god, we get it.
You're the antagonist. Shut up.
Not only that, we get it. You're explaining the plot of like the whole point of the movie.
I also feel like that part right there, like it felt almost either it should have been put somewhere else or just not explained in that way, because we get the weird ass Janus dog from the beginning. If those of you who don't know Greek mythology, Janus is a dog that has like 3 faces and 200 like 8 legs or some shit like that. I know I'm butchering that. Greek people, don't kill me, Zeus. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Stavi, baby. Sorry,
Stavi. Love you, bro. But basically, it's a weird dog that has like multiple features, and they try and play on that at the beginning. As someone who, I know it's such a niche thing, but someone who knows something about that would point that out and be like, oh shit, okay, That makes sense. Also, it's a fucking fused dog, and the movie's called
Also,
Together.
Yeah.
You don't need a grand Avengers. Oh yeah, this is my plan. I'm going to tell you that we are going
Also,
to. The Greeks believe that we did
No,
it.
that's a good point, man. The problem isn't
Yeah.
necessarily that they showed their hand right off rip. It's the fact that they show us something that's pretty cool and interesting,
and
then
they
we
don't
have
know how to
40
play that
and we
hand
have
that they
40
showed.
and we have 40 minutes of bullshit.
Exactly.
And
Also-
then they're like, "Oh, remember that cool shit that we showed you at the beginning?
Yeah.
Here's a little bit more of it." It's like, "No,
And
no, you guys fucked it
There's
up.
so
You're
many
supposed to-
like small moments where they almost do something cool, like Luis was saying, right? How you could reinvent this movie to make it where the entire town is a part of this cult, right? That little
Maybe,
girl
yeah,
that's
not-
drawing her,
not to
right?
rewrite
right,
the movie,
right?
but whatever.
But I just thought of this, right? That would really pair well with that scene where that little girl is drawing her dogs fused together from the beginning of the movie. That would go really
that
well.
leads to nothing. Also,
That also leads to nothing, but that would work if the cult was spread throughout the entirety of the town, right? There would be there wouldn't be much meat on the bone, but there would be at least enough to where it could satiate me. And I would not say it's a meal, but a nice aperitif. But all in all, I was not moved by this. This movie tries to be funny and it fucking fails. It tries to be scary and it fucking fails.
What are your
It tries
thoughts,
to be
Gerardo?
a
You barely
body
spoke.
horror and it fucking fails. I don't think you
What was
watched it. You didn't watch Together, did you?
I did watch Together.
He did.
Oh,
I just
shit.
watched it.
Luis, I mean, Gerardo and I were texting. We're messing about on Instagram.
What are your
That
thoughts?
picture-
Okay.
What was my thoughts? Well, like we said, I think this movie would have been much better without Dave Franco. I think it had good
Yeah.
ideas. I think they should have focused more on the body horror and more on the cult. They were
1000%.
they were
Should've put
pussyfooting
Jeremy
around
Allen
it,
White in it.
and yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, it would have been much better. They were pussyfooting around it,
You know, like, let me freak out.
and
My goat. Sorry.
no, it's fine. That's pretty much it, man. It could have been better. It's like a fucking 3, maybe 2.5 stars out of 5. It's not great. Not the worst movie I've seen, but I'm really disappointed because I was hoping for better.
If this was on like Sci-Fi Channel or Netflix and I'm scrolling through, I'd watch this. But like in a theater, not really that worth it. I'd say it's like painfully average 2.5, like right down the middle.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't deliver on a lot of its ideas.
I think
and
I gave it a 3 stars on Letterboxd, and I think that's where I sit. I think it's
I was
average.
generous when I gave it 3.
I think it's painfully average. I don't think it's atrocious. I don't think it's bad. I think it's entertaining. I think it's fine. Like I said, I think once it like kind of kicks into gear, I think it gets kind of like fun, you know, and it's like, but I think that's because the first 40 minutes are so bland that I'm just like, oh shit, something is happening.
I will
And that's
say
exactly.
that's exciting.
Alison, Brie, and Dave Franco need to get divorced because she's so talented, and that man is fucking dog shit.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like
how are you guys?
he's like a
married in real
competence
life?
vampire. Like he
and you
just
guys-
sucks all the fun and talent.
That's what I'm saying. How are you guys married in real life and you have negative chemistry? That's so embarrassing.
It's amazing.
What the fuck?
Like you could put like fucking Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield in a
Put me
shit
in,
film
coach.
like Amazing Spider-Man 2, and they're amazing chemistry wise. But you got these two, and it's just
they were cheating, just like
it might be
Clark and what's her face, Lois from Superman.
That's why it's so good. That's why it's so fucking good, bro.
I think I also
What about-
I gave this a 2.5 2.
yeah.
And mainly because the reason why I didn't give it a 3, because it could very well be a 3. It's an average film. It's just it was misleading. And as someone who's I'm not a known horror film person. Like I don't go out to seek horror films. Until this year, I didn't seek out horror films. And each horror film I've watched, save for like Sinners, 28 Years, etc., the good ones, these other ones that are marketed as good horror films have let me down a lot. And this is another one on this now growing list. I thought this was touted as like, oh, this is the best horror film of the year. It's gonna make you feel like icky and all this. I felt icky that I spent money to go watch this. It was Discount Tuesday, but I still feel icky, bro. I could have gone to something else, like gas in my truck. I was so pissed. And like I said, it felt like 4 different films in one. I couldn't tell if this was supposed to be a horror film, a comedy, a like relationship drama, or what the fuck else ever. And it didn't land. I was really left wondering what was supposed to happen with like the mom, the supernatural shit at the beginning, and then gone, nothing else. So if they rewrite that honestly, if they overhaul this film, it would be a lot better. Let me just put it that way because I don't want to go into too many details.
Make a new movie
They
than
needed
movie.
an editor.
I agree. This movie made me want to blow my fucking brains out in the movie theater, and it made me wish
Then you
we
want
could
to pull
bring.
out your
It made,
weapon?
me, it made me wish we could bring some weapons into the
Yeah.
I didn't realize Fuck, I didn't even realize there was a whole other movie we're talking
Transition.
about.
Let's
Transition,
go.
baby.
Hey, we was locked in.
Hashtag pulling my weapons out.
Listen, I got some info on weapons here.
Hashtag let that weapon sang, baby.
I got some info on weapons here in
Pulling
the
my
doc.
weapons out.
Go for it. Run
So
through
it
quick,
is
run through
it is the sophomore film of Zach Cregger of Whitest Kids You Know fame. His sophomore debut following Barbarian, which I think is fucking awesome.
I agree.
It cost 38 to 76 million, depending on marketing costs. So 38 million base, 76 million double it for marketing. Right? Opening. I don't have the opening number, but it was pretty much the entirety of its budget, like day one, by like a mil. Right? It was like 40 million opening.
The theater was
right?
pretty full.
Its domestic time of recording is $43 million. And its international is 36.5 million, totaling over 92 million worldwide.
80 million in its first week.
80 million first week. Yeah, totaling for 92 million worldwide.
What was the budget?
It was 38 to 76 million if you factor in marketing, but 38 million base budget for production.
So
and I will say, yeah. And the story is when all but one child from the same class in a small town mysteriously vanished on the same night at exactly the same time, the community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. And from the jump, right, of that description alone, and seeing the trailer, which tells you nothing, I was like, all right,
this shit
I'll
gonna
bite.
be good.
I'm
That's what I thought.
fascinated.
So this shit gonna be good.
And I like Barbarian because the twist in Barbarian of like kidnapping the woman and that woman has a baby and the woman has a baby with the baby and baby's a baby.
Well, the
so on and so
Barbarian
forth, right?
is two different movies in one. The first half is completely different from the second half.
Yeah, right. But I like that crazy fucking pivot because when something takes a weird concept that I will not see in a lot of places or something that I've seen before and turns it on its head, like a weird freaky thing, I like that. And I was really hoping to get something like that with weapons, but
I was gonna say before you go on, I was gonna say,
can
we just say off rip whether we liked it or not? The four of us just go around.
Yeah, because overall, I do think that this was very much overhyped. I do think I should have tapered my expectations. Right, I did set the bar far too high. It is not the greatest horror movie ever made. That is for people who have seen 3 horror movies in their entire life. This is up there as a good movie. Of this year, I would say it's one of the best horror movies this year, right? Because its competition includes Sinners.
It's top 15.
That's pretty high praise.
It's top 15 best movies of the year so
far,
for sure.
Yeah, 1000%. And you definitely see like its minimal budget of that humble 38 million, right? Is used, I would say, rather effectively, right, for what it has and the cast that it has, right? You have my man Josh Brolin doing actual acting outside of a Marvel movie. You have I think he's all right.
He's fine.
There's
okay. Keep going.
There's several other people in the film that I cannot remember the actors' names off the top of my head.
Alden, Ehrenreich.
But there's him.
Julia Garner.
Also,
Benedict
Julia
Wong.
Garner's
Benedict
great.
Wong.
Benedict Wong. And also, who is the one that plays the little crackhead? Who is he?
Austin Abrams.
He's fun. Austin Abrams. Austin Abrams is also fun. And I think all in all, this movie's pretty good. And I just want to say, if we're doing ratings off rip, I give this like a solid 4.
Boosted.
Solid 4. Actually, nah. Actually, wait. I'm retracting that. I remember my feeling that I had when I left this theater and what I said in the chat, and you called me a madman, but I was right. This shit is like a 3.8. It teeters on 4. It's right there. But then it kind of shits the bed just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little Hershey squirt. Little dabble.
Hershey squirt is diabolical.
What do y'all think for your rating off rip? What are your thoughts?
I'll let everyone go because I feel like I might be the most critical one.
I'll go.
It's
a 3.5. This movie's fine. This movie's fine.
I agree.
I agree. I wanted it to be better, but it's fine.
I also gave it a 3.5, and I think here's what I'll say about it. I liked their narrative structure. I like that it jumped from character to character. and it kind of built
Mhm.
to this. I thought that was very interesting. I will also give props to Zach Cregger. I think his filmmaking got much better from Barbarian. I think the camera is moving the entire time, and it's so dynamic and it's so engaging, and I think it looks very good and it feels very dynamic, and I love that. I was like, damn, Zach has really kind of leveled up as a filmmaker from Barbarian to this movie. I think that really works. I think the last third of the movie, and we'll talk about the twist and kind of what happens and kind of like we'll get into spoilers and stuff. I think it falls flat. I think it feels rushed, and I think it's underwhelming. People are apparently super in love with that, which I find incredibly fascinating. But
people love dog shit, man.
I know, but I was just I was really hyped for this movie, and I thought, I was like, okay, we're getting somewhere. And I was just kind of like, okay. I thought that, like I said, we'll talk about it a little bit more, but I thought the ending was very disappointing for me, and I thought I'll leave it at that. I gave it 3.5 as well on
what about
on
Letterboxd?
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
So, mind you, prior to this movie, I just watched Together and Freakier Friday. So my desire to watch something super, engaging and gripping was very high. I was tweaking. I needed a good movie. Yeah, Grip. I needed it. I needed it. So I go into this movie, and it's being like all across social media, like, this is the greatest horror movie of all time. This shit's scary, bro.
Of the year. No,
you know exactly which pair I'm talking about. Alleged horror fan. He's a horror fan with a companion Twitter page picture. What do you mean you're a horror fan with companion? That's not even a horror film.
That's embarrassing, bro.
So I go into this.
It's not a horror film.
It's gonna be so good. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a comedy.
Yeah,
Horror comedy.
It's a comedy.
I get into this theater thinking, okay, I'm about to be genuinely terrified. Like I said, my experience. I don't have much experience with horror films. I'm in here to feel scared. I want to genuinely feel afraid. And just like Together, there are like 2-3 jump scares maybe, and then from there I'm like, what's going on? It felt like a wet napkin. I can't clean myself off because the napkin's wet.
That's
now positives.
What are you talking about?
Positives. Everyone in here is acting fairly well. They're not doing horribly. It's not.
They're in their fucking
bad
bag.
acting.
The actors are incredible.
Oh yeah.
It's technically beautiful. I like like Louis said, the shots and the camera work. There's a scene where it goes and it's the beginning of the movie. It's like panning onto Julia Garner's head. Then it rotates sideways, and we're just watching who we later find out to be Josh Brolin fucking shit on her in this town hall. And then just all these different shots, and the way that it's shot, like 6 different stories. I forgot there was like so many fucking cuts. It's done well. It's a well-made film, but it misses the mark hard.
It knows how to do characters.
Yeah, it does the characters well, but it misses the horror aspect. And I think that's a big negative for me. I wanted to give this a 4 at first, and I was like, no, this is a 3, maybe 3.5 max, and that's me being nice. I don't think it's a bad film. I also don't think it's a good horror film to me.
Can we get into spoilers, or did you already rate it?
Who?
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say, look. So it turns out the twist is that the reason that all these kids go missing is because
it's a witch.
Is because what's his face? Is because Alex's Aunt Gladys is a witch. And look, I love that shit, dude. I love witchy shit. Like I said, I love occult shit. I love that kind of shit.
That shit.
It much like Together, I think it did not lean into that as much as it could have. It just it felt very sanitized, very kind of
like they're dancing around the topic and not doing it.
Yeah, like there's a scene where Alex walks in on his Aunt Gladys, and she's like sitting in front of this like magic tree, right?
Candles and fire.
From which you get the branches from to do
Plot
these
bonsai,
yeah, whatever. And all we see is just her, and then candles and the tree. I was like, no, man, you could have made that imagery so much more visceral, fucked up. And again, the end. One of the reasons I thought the ending just did not work for me was because I was like, because it's ultimately a happy ending. They find the kids, they kill the witch, and that's it. And I was like, I get it.
Like most of those kids are vegetables now, though.
Sure, but it's
like,
kind of a
and it's like jumping through windows.
And it's like, I get it, but she didn't kill any of the kids. She didn't eat any of them. We don't see like
what is her motivation.
And look, Robert Eggers' witch has an incredible scene where the witch is like stirring up this baby, and she's like making it into mush, and she's naked, and it's dark, and there's candlelight, and that's all you see. And it's fucked up, and it's dark, and it's visceral, and it's kind of like I was like, if you're gonna do witches, and I love the premise, because I don't think we do witches enough. And I think witches set in contemporary times, I think it's such like a cool, interesting take on something. Because I was not expecting witches, and I thought that was really cool. I just think he could have leaned into that lore or into that imagery a lot more. And then I would have been like, yo, this is truly a horror movie. But it felt like he played it safe. And that really bugged me.
You know what, Luis? You just put in the exact words what I said the first day that I saw this movie, and you guys called me a fucking absolute mongrel for this. I stated that for some reason I feel like the buildup, right, the mystery itself is more interesting than the actual reason why. Yeah, and I couldn't fathom why until you explained that, and I was like, yeah, they don't really do much with that occult thing, right? Because it is interesting because you see the Gladys bitch, right? You see her show up through the nightmares of certain characters, right? Like Julia Garner's character, you see it show through her POV. Where Austin Abrams' character and Josh Brolin's character, right? And they have like this recurring nightmare where they see the face of like this horrible little Joker woman. And I'm not gonna lie, the first time that that the witch shows up in like Julia Garner's dream and she turns around, I was like, nigga, is it the Joker? What the fuck are we looking at? What is this?
No, when the kid looks up and he has like that face, the makeup on him, I was like,
yeah, I was like, okay.
In Justine's dream.
Yeah. I was like, okay, this isn't entirely just like a Joker thing. Like this is like this has something to do with something. Okay, all right, I'm game. I'll bite. Now, the one bit of imagery I didn't understand entirely was the assault rifle above the house that said 217. Bro, and if you say that's because it's called weapons, I swear to God,
pissed me.
It's so fucking
weapons.
That's so goddamn dumb.
Why?
And then hold on. And then when Josh Brolin said it's like they were weaponized, I was doing that. He said the thing. That's exactly what it felt like. It was so underwhelming, bro.
Deadass, watching that fucking assault rifle floating above like a Fortnite fucking loot crate above that house in that dream sequence, it felt like Miles Teller. Jarring. It felt like Miles Teller. I told him the title of this was Weapons, and he's like,
what? Say that again.
Like it's so stupid. It's the visual equivalent of Will Smith's "What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad" line, and it doesn't work. God. It doesn't work because I thought like maybe they're trying to use this as like some parallel, right, for the robbing of youth due to like school shootings. But I was that's not.
And I get what they're saying. It's like. It's an allegory for like weaponizing grief and what people are willing to do, like the lengths that people are willing to go to when you lose somebody you really love and care for, and like about how you have all these ideas of what might be true, and even though they're ridiculous and insane, you're willing to believe them because you have nothing else to latch on. Like, I understand it.
Yeah.
But that scene, I was like, what the fuck is this, Zach? Why is there a giant AR-15 floating above this house that says 217?
All right. Bro, and then the subplot with
the child disappearing, then all of a sudden he's hallucinating about a big ass gun. What does that have to do with anything?
No, I get it. It's him wishing he would have told his son he loved him more. You know, this is what I would have told you if I had seen you. I get it, but it's just kind of like, out of nowhere. It's random. It's jarring.
Yeah.
You're just like, how do we get
Also,
to here? What's going on?
another thing that I think is kind of weird is the use of like I do like these shifting perspectives, right? I do think that's very effective use of storytelling. However, there's one part of the storytelling that I thought was kind of stupid, which was the child doing the opening narration. I thought that was fucking pointless. I was like, I could have got this.
No,
you don't have
I like
to
that.
opening monologue. I didn't like that just because there's a point where she's like, and it was really bad and stuff. Like something along those lines. Like she says it like that, and it made me laugh. And I was like, am I supposed to find that funny? Because I feel
Probably.
like
Zach Cregger's a comedian.
AZ hates children.
he is. I mean, I do.
It's better than AZ loves children.
Yeah, I will gladly accept the allegation of hating children, 1000%.
And I
But
get
it's
that.
just,
And I
it's
get
just,
that this was a
it
love
didn't
letter
work
to,
as well. Yeah.
What's his
to,
whitest kids you know?
His boyfriend.
His
don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't.
His friend that passed away. AZ,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Is it Trevor Moore?
Trevor Moore.
Yes,
Big
exactly.
fan.
And I understand.
Yeah.
This was a love letter, and I think that's very
And he's
beautiful.
publicly said that it's a
Yeah,
this movie is a meditation on his grief.
on his
Or
grief,
that-
on
yeah.
on his way to cope with the loss of his friend.
Mhm.
And I understand, and I think that's great. And I love art as kind of like as therapy, right? And as a cathartic way to
Anything
deal
but
with
therapy.
to deal with your problems. But I think this suffered from the long legs treatment. I think people hyped
Long
it up.
Legs is good. Fuck
Shut
you.
the fuck up. That
You're
movie fucking
stupid. You're
sucks.
dumb.
That movie sucks, dude.
It's
Not good.
bad.
It's not good.
You guys are fucking crazy.
I didn't say anything wrong. Man. Long legs,
I think
bro.
I think it
Thank you,
I
Matt.
think it
You're
suffered
on my
from that.
side by default.
In that
I'm watching
it got-
Long Legs right now. After
it
this.
got overhyped, and
Yes.
I went in expecting something. I was like, this is not what I wanted, and it fell flat. It fell short.
It is
So you
1000% a movie that I recommend all watchers and listeners.
It's good.
this
It's not.
episode.
It's not bad.
Definitely
It's good.
see it, but taper your expectations because I went into this as a really big fan of like nonsensical mysteries, right? Where it's just like this could be a one sentence horror story, right? On one night in a small town from one class, 17 kids just vanish, and I was like, that sounds cool, and nobody takes them anywhere, right? They all just run out of their house like little airplanes, and I was like,
It could have
What
been
the
so.
fuck,
It could have
right?
been so
And
that's
fucked
the
up.
thing,
There's
bro.
And it could have been
also-
so dark.
There's
dude.
also a
this
really
is
good
where-
misdirect too. There's in the dream sequence with Julia Garner's character
Evil Joker
right?
lady.
with not just the
Justine.
but on the one on the with Justine, right?
Yeah.
There's a misdirect throughout the film about parasites, right? So you think it's like a zombie.
They mention it. They say
Well, she
parasites.
is the parasite.
Right, and it says yeah, but it says parasites like on the board. So you're thinking
yeah.
in the realm of like The Last
call
of
them
Us, or
children
like a
parasites.
zombie virus, or like
Invasion
the
of the
crazy.
body.
They said
snatchers.
cordyceps in there.
Yeah.
They said
Yeah,
They say
cordyceps in there.
cordyceps.
Exactly.
I was like,
Exactly. So they plant these seeds to misdirect you. But I will say, in spite of all that, right? Zach Cregger's working with Whitest Kids You Know, him and Trevor and the rest of the cast were really good at making these insane, chaotic, comedic scenarios. And that lasts like 10 minutes. It's the funniest shit.
Then the kids running through
And I
windows
love
and
when they're break.
no, I
So
think,
so essentially the
I
kids
think
the
that's where
kids
it
get
took me
freed
out of
from
the
the
movie
control.
for good.
Bro, no, because the kids get broken from the control and they get planted on to a new heat-seeking target, which is the witch Gladys herself,
Yeah.
right? Because she's using that
The
for like
hair. Alex
trading
uses her
the-
hair.
yeah to like get her youth back or whatever the fuck. It's not really too fleshed out, but basically the comeuppance that you feel like in the movie It when they beat the shit out of Pennywise after cooking him is how I felt watching this. Because
after they
she
have
is
their
running-
orgy.
Dude,
They
she
what?
is. That's in the book. That's in
It's
the
in the
book.
book.
I'm talking about the movie. But in the movie,
Hold
Weapons,
on, Stephen
she-
King, you under investigation.
Yeah, he
What the
was
fuck?
he was
She-
on some bullshit.
You on
In
the
the-
list. And you know what
But-
list I'm talking about.
Well, he
on that.
does defend. He says that there is no Epstein list, so
Check his heart.
He's on it.
he's on
He's
that
on it.
bitch. Yeah.
But
Anyways.
but the thing
Check
is
his heart,
with Gladys though,
Shoot
there's
him.
a point where she realizes, like, she doesn't know that Alex has figured out how to do her magic, right? But all she knows is that there is a series of footsteps coming up from the basement where she's been storing those kids.
Mhm.
And she's like, I didn't activate these kids. Why are they? Oh no. And she just does
I agree with you. I agree with you. I like
for
the
like
last.
17 houses.
man,
And it's
disagree.
so beautiful.
Here, can I
I
mention
think,
something?
I think it's stupid, and I think that it took me straight out of the movie. Like I get what it's for, you know, like
Yeah.
this is wrapping
Yeah.
up this whole 2 hours you've been in here, and now
her
we're
getting
now
her
she-
come up.
now we
yeah.
getting. It's like when
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel push the evil witch to try to bake them
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
oven.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
the same parallel, but like I just feel
Yeah.
like it was done. It should have been done differently to me. I don't know what it could have been done, but I just didn't really. It just I don't know.
It was,
And
it
then
was
them-
too comedic for
the
your
music
taste,
in
I
the
guess.
background,
Let
like
me-
them crashing through. You just went through this whole like, put yourself in the shoes of a parent. Your kid walked the fuck out of your house at 2 a.m. You don't know why. You don't even know what happened. How do you feel as a parent? Then just to watch all this shit unfold, and now these niggas is running around the neighborhood trying to beat up grandma. What is this?
That guy was just watering his lawn, and there's that painting shot where it's like,
That was funny, and I thought the
That part was
filmmaking.
funny.
I thought the filmmaking was really good. Can I just mention something before we kind of wrap up this conversation? I think
sure thing.
so. This film was cast before the strikes. Then the strikes happened. People's schedules got pushed, and the cast changed completely. Here's the original cast of Zach Cregger's weapons as he had originally intended. Renata Reinsva played Julia Garner's character. I don't know if you know her. She was in a movie called Worst Person in the World, one of the best films to come out the last 15 years. She's a Norwegian actress. She's incredible. She was also in that show Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal, and in that movie The Different Man with Sebastian Stan. She's incredible. That would have been very interesting. Pedro Pascal was supposed to play Josh Brolin's character.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
Interesting.
I would have been locked in.
I don't know if he could have done it, but I would have supported. And I think he's great in everything. Tom Burke, he was in Furiosa. He played
Dog shit. Fuck
no.
Tom Burke.
He's an incredible actor. He's amazing. He's also in Black Bag.
Yeah,
He's
he's not
incredible.
good in it.
He was incredible.
He's
in
a
it.
weak link.
No,
I don't know why you like him.
Gerardo
Tom Burke is
off-
not a
he's
good
off the-
fucking
He's
actor.
not
He's an
that
incredible
bad.
actor.
He's
What are you
funny
talking about?
Also,
He's an incredible
wait,
actor.
he just like me. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. He would have played Alden.
Oh my God.
He would have played Alden Ehrenreich's character, and then Brian Tyree Henry would have played Benedict
He
Wong's
would have been
character.
fucking great.
Oh,
That would've
oh
been
yeah.
great.
So I saw this on
Yeah.
Twitter, and I quote tweeted it, and I was like, the original cast would have been a better movie, to be honest.
I'd say that.
And I
Oh,
agree.
I agree.
That's very interesting. I would have loved to have
Also-
seen Zach Cregger's original weapons cast. And
The,
how that would have,
the
how that
last-
would have
Love
played
to
out.
see Brian Tyree Henry charge up like that and just fuck somebody
last-
up. That's what was
I would have
The
wanted to
last
see
thing-
Pedro Pascal to see if he could pull with Josh Brolin, because Josh Brolin was pulling from real life. Whenever he beat
Yeah.
his wife, is why he was acting so fucking.
Yeah.
When he-
That's why
He's
was
got
acting-
that violence in him
Yeah,
already.
he's got that
I will
misogyny
say,
in him.
when he wakes up in the Batman bed and he screams, "What the fuck?" I thought that was kind of funny. It was
I was gonna
good.
say
It was good.
when he
Bro is dreaming around old makeup lady.
when he threw around the little crackhead, he was channeling.
Yeah.
him, threw his wife into the fridge at his house.
Jesus Christ.
No, when he was
Dude, and
choking
again-
Julia Garner.
There's also Captain Turn Off Your Body Cam. I thought when he was asking the guy if he was okay before he got stuck by the needle, I was like, oh, he's a good cop, and then he wasn't.
No, there are
Very
no
sad.
good cops. I
Let me
like
tell you
Yeah.
something.
It almost
Let me
got
tell you
me.
something.
You almost
Zach
got me,
Cregger,
Cregger.
Zach Cregger. You could.
Hey, let me tell you something. That shit that he did right there, that shit happens daily.
Tuesday.
They
That
That's
shit happens
Tuesday.
daily. Niggas be
Yeah.
turning their body cams off, punching up on civilians, getting stuck by needles, and getting fucked up by ghost demon witches. All of it. All of it.
That Matt said,
Also,
I see it.
I seen it.
the last thing I want to
see
say,
it.
because this is like a lot of discourse compared between this and Long Legs for some reason. I will say Gladys feels like what Nick Cage should have been in Long Legs, and I will die on this fucking hill.
You mean a good protagonist, a good antagonist? Sorry.
Yes,
great. He was
exactly
great.
my point.
Great, you're stupid.
No, he wasn't. No, he
Oh,
wasn't. I
we
love
didn't-
Nick Cage, but I'll admit it.
Before we wrap up, we didn't mention this in the trailers section of the episode. There's a new Osgood Perkins movie coming out called Keeper. With
Bro,
Tatiana
we
Maslany.
just saw that trailer.
That shit looks
Tatiana.
fucking sick.
That shit looks crazy.
Doesn't it
dog.
look good, Matt? It looks fucking sick.
Let me put it this way. Let me put it this way. I watched 2 horror movies this weekend. How's that trailer better than both of those movies?
Hey, thank you.
How was that trailer better than both
My
those
thoughts
movies?
exactly. I was like, how am I more excited for Keeper than Weapons and
Literally was in a theater watching Weapons. I said, "Damn, I want to watch that Keeper movie. What's going on?" When that
Literally,
come
I was
watch
sitting
that
next to Taylor.
Y'all should, y'all
was like,
should watch
Taylor,
The
we're
Monkey
gonna watch
to taper your expectations. Just
I'm
a
okay.
little.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
good.
no,
Yeah.
just no.
What'd you call
No.
me?
Be realistic.
What's the who?
I already saw Long Legs.
You heard me.
I don't want to watch another bad movie to have me ruin my Osgood Perkins.
No, I'm just saying, like, for your own sake.
Big perk.
Just know.
I think-
Big perk.
no,
Have you
but
seen- Have you seen the Keeper trailer?
yes,
Dude,
but
it
I've
looks
seen
fucking
Long Legs.
I gotta see it.
I've seen
It
Long
looks
Legs,
good.
which I like, and I've
I
seen
might
The
be
Monkey,
buying
which is
into the
dog shit.
propaganda.
I need you to know what a real bad Osgood
Look.
Perkins movie is.
Look.
Which is the monkey.
My-
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna be
The
honest.
agenda.
I don't
He
know.
has 2
I don't
bad
know.
movies.
Look.
Then, if that's the case.
No,
I don't know nothing about the Keeper, right? And I've seen the Monkey, and I think the Monkey's pretty fun. But you know what? I think the Monkey is second place to this amazing episode of
That's
Cinestro
right.
4. I want to thank you so much. Matt, what else do you possibly have? We're at an hour 40.
That was incredible.
Nah, I
He
lost
was
it,
wrapping
my
this
fault.
bitch up.
I had another point to make about, but I lost it.
Oh, go
ahead.
for it. What was it? What was it?
No, it was dang, dude.
Drop it up, man. Wrap it up.
Just wrap it up. Yeah, wrap it up. Put your weapons away.
All right.
Put the weapons away.
Yeah.
All right. Holster
Weapons
that,
up.
holster that opinion just like I'm a holster the rest of this episode. Thank
There
you
you
so
go.
much for watching. We greatly appreciate you watching, listening. Even if you're just reading the transcript that YouTube puts out for us for automated captions, we thank you because that's still support and we appreciate you.
Shout
from
out
the
our
bottom
deaf community.
of our hearts. Shout out the deaf. Hey, man, this is just a sign for crit, but you get the idea. But look,
I love you.
but we love you and we appreciate you, and we want you all to know that even though we bash some movies, you should still go see them and formulate your own opinions because you might have a different opinion from us. It'll be wrong, but
Exactly.
it's okay. You can have that.
Incorrect.
Exactly.
It's okay to
It's about choice,
If it's
right?
not our opinion, it's not right.
Exactly. It's about choice, and you should make the right choice. Speaking of right choices, you should make an even better choice than watching any of these movies and follow Backstage OL online at all of their platforms. They have a YouTube, they've probably got a Facebook, they got a Twitter, they got everything. They do essentially what we do, but they get to have more funding and more fun with it. Our very own David, they also get paid for it. They get behind the scenes interviews and scoops with a lot of great people and a lot of great productions. Before Alien Earth came out, David was able to talk to some people over at FX, and honestly, they're doing great things over there. They're doing the Lord's work over there. I'm excited. I'm very excited for whatever they've got going on. They also have interviews with some of your favorite actors and actresses, so definitely give that a look. And while you're giving things a look, listen, I said this for the past several episodes, but I promise you there will be a video there. YouTube.com/TariSengo. I make videos on comic books, allegedly, and I've been supposed to have made one for a while. I do have to make one soon because I'm moving in October, and that's gonna be a whole fucking thing. So I'm gonna try to make one. Yes, again. I'll explain after
You
this.
stay moving.
In typical YouTuber fashion, I have to move every few months and not tell anybody until the last minute. But I'll explain why off air. But I do comics and video games, and I cover different things. If you like that stuff, come on and watch it, please. When I make it, you'll be able to see it. But you can also follow me on my Twitch, where you can see me play video games. Am I good at them? No. I recently deleted Marvel Rivals because of that exact reason, because I am not suffering through another round of a Grandmaster Spider-Man whipping me in the asshole. I'm not fucking doing it. I refuse.
A lot going on.
But I will play other games,
Anyway,
right?
a lot
going on. A lot going on. And if you want to know a lot more of what's going on with us, you can follow us on all platforms at Cinestro Torp. I cannot specify this enough. The letter that shall not be named that comes before T is not a part of our name. It is Cinestro Corp. One single corp. We are on
Well,
Facebook,
on the app,
Twitter,
it's
Instagram.
it's not part of our name on the app.
Yeah, on the app.
Everything
On
else
the app.
is really
But
part
everything
of our
else is
name.
there. It's really in that bitch.
It's
But
corpse
go
in your
ahead.
life.
Go ahead and give us a follow. And even if you do not, we still greatly appreciate you for watching and listening. We are very grateful for all. Matt, how many people did you say we were up to by now?
We're at 147. We're trying to break 150 before the end of the year.
Listen, that is our goal, to make 150 people be subjected to whatever the hell our babbling is focused on of the week. And if you want to contribute to that, share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, WhatsApp, whatever you got to share it, even if it's by carrier pigeon and you got to print out an HTML link and tape it to a ankle, do it. All right. We want the listeners. We want more people. And even if you don't, thank you so much for watching or listening, because your support means the world to us. And we will see you next week when we cover God knows what.
Yeah,
oh my God.
some other bullshit.
Nobody 2 and some other stuff. There's a lot going on.
I'm gonna be sick
Nobody 2.
I'm gonna be sick next week.
I'm gonna find another. I'm gonna make a movie.
I'm gonna be sick. Roll that shit. Roll that shit.
Roll that shit.
We're the kings of the screen, yeah. Cinestro core, we're the dream, yeah. New episode Saturday afternoon. We in your ear, that comic book crew. More good it takes what we do. Cinestro core.